Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Rider of Dinosaurs. Today I'm going to look yet again into a different video. This guy is a flat earther, but this video is not about flat earth. I got interested in it because, first of all, it's so wrong in so many levels, pun intended. And how does this guy have 75,000 subscribers and over 30,000 views on this video? It's anyone's guess. As always, and before we get started, a huge thank you to all my Patreons and a big welcome to my new Patreon. Articus Vincicus, Bella Charge, Cajun Drifter, Clifford Reynolds, Elizabeth Schneider, Fletcher Eiler, Frank Kelly, Clubus Schillers, Janie, Jared, Kiri Mack, Lee W, Mama Murder, Mr. MP, Patrick Miller, Fadarang, Robert Inocencio, Robert Williams, Stringer News 1, Sabasco Sauce, Surf, Ugly German Truth, Ishanti, William Inabnet, Christ Puncher, and my newest Patreon, Conrad Silas. Now, this is usually when I start playing the video, but before that, I like to leave a warning. Facepalm protection is required for this one, and the video tends to be a bit fast-paced, so I'm going to be pausing a lot, and unfortunately, it will be very quickly. So I'll try to make a nice pace for everyone, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. Let's get started.
Hey, thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Language reveals more than we think. We were supposed to be raised on telepathy. We still have telepathic powers, and this in part is the reason for intuition and feeling other people's energies.
Our survey said...
The intuition and reading other people's energies, like he said, is actually based on the real thing. It's called body language. We all do it in a way or another. We all read other people's body language. Some of us are better than others at reading them. A good example is Dr. Paul Ekman, an Oakland-based scientist whose books include Telling Lies, Emotions Revealed, and Unmasking the Face. He is an expert lie detector who's advised everyone from the Secret Service and the Department of Defense to Pixar on the science of reading facial expressions. Ekman's research indicates that our facial expressions for emotion are innate, universal, and nearly impossible to conceal. Oh, by the way, Dr. Ekman is also responsible to discover something called microexpressions. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, this sounds oddly familiar. Yes, there was a series on TV loosely based on Dr. Ekman's work, and it's called Lie to Me. But I think I've talked enough about this, and there's still a lot of crazy to go through, so let's continue.
Language has been an attempt to cut off this connection. Every word we say is a magic spell. So spellcasting has been specifically used to denigrate our divine selves.
Baloney!
Now, why is this baloney? Well, the word spell comes from the Proto-Germanic spellan, meaning to tell, which in turn gave rise to the Old English spellion and then spell. And spell means write or name the letters that form a word in a correct sentence. So it has nothing to do with magic, which is what you're trying to imply.
We are born into this world. Born comes from the English word barren. Today's definition of barren is unfruitful, bleak, and lifeless.
Oh, really?
Now, if we look at the etymology of the word born, he is indeed correct. So the origin is barren. But not the barren that he means. It's a completely different barren. Old English boren, past principle of barren, to bear. Now, let's have a look and see what bear really means. As you can see, bear has a lot of definitions, but I think the best one would be this one. Give birth to a child. As you can see, this person is fallaciously trying to guide you through a path that doesn't exist. He's taking similar words with similar sounds and creating meaning for them. Although barren sounds like barren, as in unfruitful, they have nothing to do with each other, let alone anything to do with the origins of the word born. And this is a very old and known tactic from the flat earthers. No wonder this guy's a flat earther as well.
Our children, as designated by our language, aren't even ours. Parents are a pair who rents.
See what I mean? He just splits words the way any way he wants, just to make any silly meaning. No, parents does not mean pair who rents.
Our governments, especially our courts, don't treat a parent's right to control and direct the upbringing of their child as a fundamental liberty. We're forced from a young age through many types of indoctrination, and our parents are helping in this process.
Ah, the magic word, indoctrination. You put it on anything as long as it justifies what you're saying and tries to legitimize your points, right?
Look at the word childhood. A hood is used to cloak and hide. The etymology of children is chill and dren. Chill means cold. Dren is a name meaning a strong and healthy individual. So children are strong individuals who must be chilled, made cold.
Oh dear Lord, so much to unpack from 17 seconds of his video. So much. Let's get started and I'll try to be as quick as possible.
Look at the word childhood. A hood is used to cloak and hide.
Alright, let me destroy this with something really simple. Childhood in another language. Let's say Spanish. Infancia. Infancia has nothing to do with hood. There, destroyed.
The etymology of children is chill and dren. Chill means cold. Dren is a name meaning a strong and healthy individual.
So, first of all, children is not chill and dren. That's just an asinine affirmation that has absolutely no meaning, nothing. And you did say the etymology of the word children. Well, the etymology of the word children is this one, from the Old English silt of Germanic origin, the Middle English plural childer or childre became children or children by association by plurals ending in en, as in brethren. So no. So for the dren bit, he got me searching a little bit on the internet because by God I couldn't find anything until I did. And surprise, surprise, it means absolutely nothing as a strong and healthy individual. If it does, if you guys can find it, just let me know where because I couldn't. The only official non-urban dictionary version of dren that I found was this one. Dren, masculine noun, singular, plural. Drens, translate dren to English. Drain, drainage, tube, and on and on and on. So, as you can see, nothing to do with strong individuals.
Stay with me, this will all come together. In Ballantyne's 1948 Law Dictionary, the term human being says sea monster.
Now, if we follow your previous reasoning, when you say sea monster, you will mean this. But because it doesn't fit the point you're trying to make, I'm sure it's going to be something completely different.
When we see monster, we get the definition, a human being by birth, but in some part resembling a lower animal.
Ah, quote mining. Flat Earth's favorite tool. And here is a good example of it. But I tracked down the actual definition, and remember, this is a law dictionary, so the words don't have exactly the same meaning. But here is the full meaning of the word monster. I'm not going to pretend to understand what it means. I have my own interpretation, but I'm not going to give it. Anyone more versed in law might be able to shed some light on this. And if you are able to, please leave a comment in the comment section so everyone can read it.
In the Oxford New English Dictionary of 1901, a human is defined as belonging or relative to man, as distinguished from God or superhuman beings.
Yes, because the word human is only used relative to humankind, back then described as to men. So God or any other superhuman beings were never described as human because, let's be honest, God or superhumans are not human, are they? Now, get ready for the biggest word salad and misconceptions put in a single paragraph that I've ever seen.
So these definitions are telling us we're monsters and have no inherent divine qualities. The word live backwards is evil.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't let this one slide. Yes, live is backwards from evil. But this only works in English. No other language that I'm aware of. So, what's your point?
Our language is telling us we're born as monsters who are bleak and lifeless to a pair who rents us out to the government and other corporations that indoctrinate us. Our childhood is spent under a cloak so our divinity will be hidden from us and we're evil when we live.
As you can see, this guy is completely bonkers. Unfortunately, he has a following of 75,000 subscribers, so he reaches a lot of people. This is not the end of his video, but it will be the end of mine for now. I just think it's too much crazy for one video. His video is not long, it's about 8 minutes long, I think. And we barely did over a minute of his video. Yes, just over a minute. So there's a lot to unpack in his video. Like I said, it's really fast paced, he can put in a lot of information in a very short period of time. So I'll be sure to revisit his videos, but most likely finish this one before I move on to something else. And this is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy it. See you on my next video. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell button, like, and don't forget to share. If you wish to support me further, consider buying my merchandise or becoming one of my Patreons.